Hey folks, this is Ray from DCRaymaker.com. Today I've got Garmin's new Fenix 3 HR, as well as a bunch of other new Fenix 3 units that got out into the market today, both new ones as well as existing ones. So I'm going to give you a bit of a walkthrough between all the different units. Okay, so starting from the right hand side here, we've got the Fenix 3 HR. Now the easiest way to tell this one apart is simply that it has the optical sensor on the back with that green LED light there. That's going to go ahead and measure your optical or your heart rate optically. So you know you just should put it on and it's going to measure it right from the wrist there. So again, this looks nearly identical to the older Fenix 3 that you saw on there on the left hand side. And older, I mean really only a year old. But you know the shelf in the front looks virtually identical. You'll see a slight change in the strap. So a little bit different strap design here. So you can see that slight difference there. But otherwise they're the same from a software standpoint, and we'll talk about that in a second. So going to the left, or your right I guess, we've got the Fenix 3 Titanium Edition. So this is a new metal design, kind of like the Sapphire, a little bit different in the link design of course, and also more importantly the weight. So this one's about 200 grams almost, whereas this one here is in the 120s or so. So you know, if you've picked up the Sapphire before, you'll know that it's pretty heavy. It's pretty a beefy watch, whereas this feels a whole lot lighter. So just keep that in mind. You know, if you felt this one was too heavy but you still like that metal look, you may want to check out the Titanium. Next we've got 3 new bands and kind of a new pin-out design, so you can use these sliding bands here. So these are nylon bands. There's an olive color as well as a black color, and then there's this leather one right there. Now all 3 of these simply slide in and out like this, so you can change them. There's no tools required. I can go ahead and put this one in. So again, just pop it in, go through, and done. Now these are technically not NATO straps, and the reason is that's the size. So NATO straps by specifications should be 20 millimeters. These are actually a little bit thicker, so that's one of the reasons they're different there. Of course you could use a smaller strap with this. So the way it works is when you buy these straps, you get this pin design here that allows you to go ahead and swap the straps easily as you see fit. A little bit different pin design than what's in there today with this, but again, if you wanted a smaller strap or a custom strap that you found on the internet, it'll obviously slide through just fine as long as it's less than that width there. And then finally we have the Fenix 3 Rose Gold, the Fenix 3 with the red band, and the Fenix 3, kind of the regular one that we've had along the gray model there. Now last but not least, we do have one more unit that's sort of like a Fenix 3, but not really the Fenix 3, and that's the Tactix Bravo. Now this builds on the existing Tactix unit that we've had in the past. It's about 2 years old now. And that Tactix unit was a little bit different than the rest of the Fenix at the time because it supported night vision goggles, as well as the ability to have a non-reflective front screen so that if light is hitting it won't reflect back. Now this unit is primarily targeted at the military crowd, given most of us don't typically have night vision goggles otherwise. So that's really the main differences between this unit and the rest of them. They run identical software, with the exception that this one also has a parajumping or parachuting mode on it that allows you to use it for that activity. But otherwise they all run, you know, kind of the same sports of swim, bike, run, as well as the ability to connect IQ apps or watch faces and whatnot. So with that, it's just a quick lineup or look at the Fenix 3 lineup. Thanks a lot.